Welcome back to another episode with Omni Garage After Hours. So this is another versus battle. So today what we've decided is that when we were in Omaha with Ivan, he actually reintroduced another concept to us, and that was using an iron remover to clean wheels. Now, I've never really been in a position to use an iron remover on my own personal vehicles because I never really required it. I always kept my wheels nice and clean, topped up, and I was only doing a maintenance clean. But now that we have all these cars coming through the shop all the time, people don't regularly clean them, and so therefore there is a bit of a need for an iron remover. And Ivan said, introduce an iron remover that's going to help break down the dirt and grime on these wheels, and then we foam over the top, and that should help increase the cleaning power. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a versus style on two of these wheels. These wheels are not the dirtiest, and so we're going to spray on Mild Deep today, Mild Deep Purple. This is an iron remover, and we're going to foam it over the top with a wheel and tire cleaner here from
Maniac.
So that's going to be one combo.
Correct.
And so on the front wheel here, what we're going to do is we're going to combine the Mild Deep Purple iron remover with the Maniac wheel and tire cleaner to give us the combo. And then on the other wheel, we're just going to do the wheel cleaner, and we're going to compare those two. We're going to spray them on, let it dwell, break it down, and then we're going to do a rinse. I understand that just by doing a rinse is not cleaning the wheel, but what it's doing is it's creating a baseline, because if I was to come in with my wheel tools and agitate and scrub, then we're just assessing my ability to clean the wheel through agitation. We just want to see the cleaning power alone and see what kind of level of result that we get.
So as Glenn has said, this is not going to be an agitation test. So the test is going to be over as soon as we do the rinse off, because we're wanting to see the iron remover and the wheel cleaner alone to see what power they have to actually clean a wheel before we get into that contact stage. All right, and Glenn's got in the Grewers foam cannon there, he has the wheel cleaner.
Perfect. Should we turn this on?
Let's turn this on.
Let that dwell.
Wheel cleaner, yeah, on there, and then this is the wheel where we're only doing the Maniac cleaner. All right, now it's just time to sit back and allow this here to dwell on the wheel, and then this here with the iron remover as well to dwell. And you can see on the front wheel here, we do have the iron reacting. We've got that purple chemical reaction there, definitely in the back on the brake discs as well. So we'll just sit back. How long do you want to leave this for?
I think we leave it until the product has gone off the wheel, so we'll push it right to the end.
Wait it till it's completely run off. You can see here we are working in the shade, so pretty safe for us to do this. If we were working on the other side of the car, that wouldn't be the case. So I reckon we just sit back here and let this do its thing. So we've let this dwell for a few minutes here, and we're getting to the point now where the product is starting to dry. You can see this area here, product started to dry. We've got a lot of purple runoff on the driveway, and then if we go to the back wheel where we've only used the wheel cleaner itself, we've got that same, looking like it's drying in some of these areas here.
So we've pushed this way further than you would even normally want to push it, but
yeah, there's still a little bit of runoff going to the driveway here, but given that we're working in the shade, we've been able to leave this for quite a long time. So now we are going to rinse both wheels, and Glenn's going to have to be really careful here and make sure he doesn't favour one wheel over the other in his rinsing. So hopefully you can work consistently.
key tip, if you're using iron remover products on a concrete driveway, make sure you really rinse this down, because it'll leave rust spots all over the driveway.
So instead of doing any manual agitation now, we're going to dry these wheels off, and then we'll show you the true result.
Okay, so here's kind of our finished result without any agitation. and I can see that these wheels are still dirty. Did we remove some iron? Yes, we did, because we saw the purple runoff, which means that there was that chemical reaction. With the foam over the top, that allowed some more dwell time, and I can see that these have still got dirt on them. Look, if I rub that off, we're still going to need to get in here and do some manual agitation. There's no such thing as a touch-free wheel clean at the moment. If we come down to this rear wheel, obviously the fronts are going to get hammered the most, and we have sort of the same situation here. You can still see that there is dirt left on there.
Yeah,
So
there's definitely manual agitation required. Look at that on both of the wheels.
So I think in terms of a versus, we've actually got an equal result here. Both wheels are not any cleaner than the other. And so some would say, well, then you don't need an iron remover. But where I think iron remover really helps is, I don't know if you've noticed, but when you get those those aluminum for the Americans, wheels where you see like those black deposits, they usually sort of sit like, you get this dark deposit of stuff here and a dark deposit of stuff here. That is really bad iron buildup. So I do think that if you do put an iron remover into your cleaning makeup, your cleaning sort of process, it does help to some degree.
That's commonly found on a lot of the European cars we work on, all the German cars, the Audis, the BMWs, and in particular an Audi or a BMW that's neglected.
Yep.
Hasn't had a regular wash on the wheel. You definitely see that kind of silvering, or it's not silvering, it's like a silvery goldy effect, isn't it, in between the wheels where you do get that build up. But as Glenn said, probably an inconclusive test here, that in this type of environment, working on these types of wheels with these types of brake discs, in a car that's relatively maintained, I mean, these are dirty wheels, but they are not the worst that we've seen. Using an iron remover is not going to save us any time at all. We're still going to need to manually agitate both of the wheels on this car.
And I think you're right. And then we've explained where I think it does help. And we had a camper van actually a wee while ago where they had the same problem. We had those heaps of brake dust contaminants. It's really dark. It looks almost like there's metal stuck in there. That really helped out. So I think you've got to play it by ear. You've got to weigh up your situations. Here it didn't really help. We really don't have a result. But I think there are situations where it does need to take place. And if you go back and have a look at our wheel cleaning video that we did on the Porsche 911 at the DIY Detail Studio, that's a situation where I think that really did help. And so I think it's something that you need to add into your wheel cleaning thing, and it's definitely opened my eyes up. That's something that we've had to reintroduce because of those situations that we get faced with. But that's it from Omni Garage. I really hope that you're enjoying these versus type style. If you want to get yourself the Maniac wheel cleaner, wheel and tire cleaner, if you want to get yourself some Mile Deep iron remover, head over to the House of Rags. Use the code Omni Garage. That'll save you 10% off at checkout. We are affiliated. We get a little bit of a kickback.
And if there's anything in particular you want to see us verse, like verse each other doing something, or put product versus product,
I'm always going to
categories,
win.
Yeah, you probably are going to win. Depends on what we're doing though. So drop in the comments.
What, you're saying I'm
guys wanna
fat
see.
like a running race or something?
We are not going to do a versus running race.
What about a versus pie eating competition?
Unless this video, we can do a versus pie eating competition. If this video gets 100 likes, we'll do a pie eating competition.
Yeah, pie eating.
If this video gets 500
Oh no,
likes.
we should do a chicken nugget eating competition. Remember how we always want to do that?
Yeah.
You don't reckon I can eat 50 chicken nuggets, eh?
I don't. If this video gets 50 likes, we do a 50 chicken nugget challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 likes for 50 nuggets.
Yeah.
Do we have to verse though?
Yeah, me
we do.
versus you.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. 50 likes, and our
50 likes. How many likes do we usually get?
I don't know.
We usually get like quite a few.
I kind of want some nuggies, so that's why I put the like count low.
50 likes.
50 likes, yeah.
Let's make it a little harder because I feel that's quite easy.
Okay.
50 likes.
Yeah.
And 2,000 views.
Yeah.
And we'll do the 50 nugget challenge.
Okay, as like a little segment in a video.
Yeah.
What we could do, we could eat the nuggets inside a car, make a bit of a mess, and then we could do a versus interior cleaning battle in the same video. What do you think?
God, okay.
We'll do it in that car over there, okay?
No, we won't.
Anyways, thanks for watching. 50 likes, 2,000 views, and we'll see you guys next week here
Eating
on the
50
House of
nuggies.
Bricks.